My name is Christopher Le Brun. I'm a painter and a printmaker and a sculptor. This exhibition is called A Sense of Sight. It is a survey of my abstract painting over the last 40 to 50 years. So several of the works in the show are from student days. There's a big untitled painting which starts the exhibition, which I find very interesting because in a way it's the most like what I'm doing now. And there's another painting called Pale Vasco. Pale Vasco is Vasco da Gama, the explorer, and its format with this dark Van Dyke brown. You can see in this room there are things which have the same qualities. In the poem, the idea is about exploration. It's about setting off. Well, clearly, I was setting off, aged. By that time, 22. What could be more enigmatic than a colour? What does it mean? Can't get at it. Don't know. Don't know. Deeply mysterious. It's like composing the possibility of vast compositions of feeling. Now that's abstraction. Did I start as an abstract artist or did I start as a figurative artist? My work has had different phases. Figurative painting, abstract painting, figurative painting, abstract painting. I think later on, as you realize the power of lines and colors and shapes and forms, you realize that how abstraction, the ingredients of painting, are profound. And at that point, the reasons for making paintings change. There are some very large diptychs in the exhibition of the more recent work, including a painting called Tiger, Tiger. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night. What a mortal hand or eye framed thy fearful symmetry. When I started the painting, it looked like a tiger. It had Indian yellow and black or something dark like this. And I'm even doing slight claw marks here. So one part of the painting is very calm. The other side is very active. It's busy, a lot to see. If you were to ask someone anything fairly simple like, who are you? Who are you? Our mind immediately goes to pieces. It's an impossible question because simultaneous things are happening all the time. That's how I think about the different stages of painting. Sometimes I want to paint a painting which is calm and empty, and other times I want to make a painting which is busy and active. But maybe there's a way of having the two which feels a bit more like the reality of thinking. The largest painting in the exhibition is called Tristan, which was painted very thickly, very heavily. And if you look at the right-hand canvas, it's got 2 layers of canvas on top of each other. And this was painted just after I got back to London after having spent time in Berlin. When you hear the word Tristan, you might think of the opera by Wagner, Tristan and Isolde. But you also hear other things. Tristan to an English ear sounds like Tristram. And Tristram was one of the knights of the Round Table. So you hear Tristan, you hear Tristram, you hear triste, the French word, sad. You also hear another word, triste. So the word alone is already carrying you a long way. The music of Tristan is plangent. It moans, it groans. And it's deeply melancholic. My idea on sculpture was to try to make the simplest sculpture I could. What does sculpture essentially consist of? Well, something standing, could be lying, but let's say something standing, and in order to make it stand, you've got to have a base. So, nothing but the line, nothing but the base. And what does it look like? And how does it feel to experience it? And bronze is a very beautiful, long-lasting material that can take touch. So I wanted the line to be almost like the movement of a brush. And unless you're really trying, it's always a bit wobbly. But the wobbliness tells you about time. It tells you how it was made. Why is it that height? Well, it's connected to us. Why is it that thickness? Well, it's connected to my hand. So even though this sculpture, which is big, is very simple, there's still a lot there. The name woodlines came from me having made woodcuts. And I made very simple woodcuts, where I literally just took out a line. So when I was thinking of a title, there you are. It's wood, they're lines, wood lines. But I was, and still am, interested in the German philosopher called Heidegger. And he talks a lot about being. Why are we here? Why is anything here? These questions, sort of impossible questions, but ones we're drawn to. So he talks about thinking being like being on a path. And the wood path also has wonderful connotations, because the story of Hansel and Gretel, the two little children are taken into the wood. And in order to know which way to go back home, in case they get lost in the dark wood, they leave, rather sadly, little bits of bread. And what happens? Well, the birds eat the bread, so they can't find their way back. Now, the way I think, wood paths, bread, moments. The bread is like the moments. They're all gone. They're all gone. But the painting at least records the track. I can't remember the thoughts, but at least records the track. Painting, music, literature, it's all in there. It's all in there. And any single thing can pull out all the others. Even the simplest sculpture, just a stand. I've got to Hansel and Gretel.